Welcome to the Warframe Weapon Encyclopedia, where today we're checking out the Arca Scisco. The blueprint for the Arca Scisco comes from the corpus or energy lab in your dojo, and it's on the more expensive side of things. It does require forma, some oxium, and some field drone, which you can either get from invasions or you can also get a blueprint for it from the energy lab. The Arca Scisco is a Mastery Rank 10 secondary sniper rifle that does a mixture of puncture and slash, and it has somewhat low crit stats, but it does have good status. The weapon comes with two different levels of zoom, a 2x zoom and a 4x zoom, but unlike with other sniper rifles, this doesn't actually give you any bonus. You instead get 4% crit and status chance every time you hit an enemy, which stacks up to 5 times, so a grand total of 20% crit chance and 20% status chance. The buff lasts for 2 seconds, but it can be refreshed when you hit a new enemy, and it only decays 1 tick at a time, so you're not going to lose all the buffs at once. The buffs are also additive, not multiplicative, which is much better. It's also why I run a pretty straightforward hybrid setup, even though the crit on the weapon isn't all that great because of that below average crit multiplier. I'm also a big fan of running primed heated charge here, just to give it that bit of extra oomph on the upfront damage. There is another way you can build this though, and that's to simply go for viral and slash, because while yes, you're still going to be proccing a decent amount of puncture, you're not going to be proccing any impact. So if you're looking to squeeze the absolute maximum out of this weapon, I think the slash viral setup is going to be better, but I prefer this setup because it's far more reliable in its damage. This is one of the nicest feeling weapons in the entire game. No joke, I don't know what it is, but it just feels nice. It doesn't have the highest damage, but it has enough, especially thanks to that 20% flat crit and status chance that you get as you hit enemies. And I would 100% recommend you pick it up because it's just fantastic. The only sort of bad thing about it that I can think of is that the reload, which is 2.2 seconds, is long, but then again, you have so many shots in the magazine, it doesn't really matter. I don't mind it at all, and I'm pretty stingy about reloads. This weapon is just fantastic. It's not too difficult to get. You're not forced to zoom in all the way to get the biggest bonus like you sometimes feel with other sniper rifles, especially the ones that give you crit damage. The fire rate is on point. I never feel like I want to fire faster than the weapon lets me. It's pinpoint accurate. The recoil is, the best way I can describe it is soft, and I don't think that actually has to do anything with the kick of the weapon, but rather the animation that goes off every time you pull the trigger on the scope. It just feels nice, and the aesthetics are on point as well. I love the way the weapon looks, and I love the way it sounds as well. So once again, I would 100% recommend you give this weapon a shot. It is absolutely fantastic, especially if you prefer to run shorter range primary weapons, so high fire rate rifles that spray around a lot, shotguns, beam weapons, that kind of stuff. It is a fantastic sidearm for those kinds of guns. And that's pretty much it. So I thank you very much for watching as always, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.